Hi, this is Sophie Andrell. I promised a friend of mine I would create a 101 Twitter just to help her staff create Twitter accounts. So I thought since I'm doing that, I may as well create a video. So here you go. So Twitter 101, just simply, this tutorial is simply how you log on to Twitter and create your Twitter account. So we want to go to twitter.com and then click on create an account. So twitter.com, create an account, this is what comes up. So we're new to Twitter in this case. So we want to put in the full name. In this case, I'm going to create an account for something called Rotary Wheels for Learning. And see, it's running out of room. So you got to be clever on everything you do in Twitter, because everything in Twitter's got less characters than you might imagine. So Wheels for Learning, that's got enough. And then the email, I just happened to create a Gmail account for them. So I'll put that in here, and I called it Wheels for Learning, very clever. And then I'm going to create a password for them. I'm not going to share that with you. I'll just figure out what it is in my head right now. And I'm going to sign up. So here I'm signing up, so I've got a full name. Okay, so now we get to this area here. What you need to fill in is, this is your full name. This will show up next to the logo you choose for your name. So you can change this later, but you have limited characters, so Wheels for Learning fits in here. This is your email address. This is where they'll send you information, confirmations. If you want to be notified about information, this is where they'll send you notifications. Password, make sure that you save your password somewhere, write it down somewhere. And now this is important. This is your username. This is your handle. This is how people will mention you. This is how people, this is what you'll put on your advertisement, on your marketing. So this is unique to you. No one else can have this. So Wheels for Learning happens to be available. That's fantastic. So if I happen to just put in, for example, Wheels, it'll say invalid, says, oh, it's already taken, so you can't use Wheels. But Wheels for Learning happens to be free. So that's fantastic, and that's the one we wanted anyhow. So I'm going to create my account. So you can click this if you want your computer to stay signed in. You can tailor your tweets based on the sites you visit. So it's going to put a cookie on your computer, and it's going to look at what sites you visit, and then it's going to tailor information. When it tells you you may want to follow these guys, it'll be based on what you've gone in searching for. I'm going to unclick that because I obviously manage a number of clients, and it won't make any sense if I have that there for these guys. So I'm going to create the account. So there we go. So now what happens when you first create an account, it says, let's get started. Wheels for Learning, let's get started. So you have to click on next. And you have to follow about 5 different people who are already tweeting in order to continue. So CNN is good. I'm going to look for Rotary, because this is a Rotary Rotary Wheels for Learning is a Rotary initiative. They actually go to a number of locations around the world, Cambodia being one of them, and they create bikes, make them, and give them to all sorts of kids who live in villages who otherwise wouldn't be able to get to school. That's why it's called Wheels for Learning. It's a fantastic organization. So we're going to follow Rotary International, of course. Let's see, probably follow, I don't know who all these other guys are. There's a ton of Rotary clubs that, Washago, I think that's where these guys are actually from, so I probably want to follow them. I'll follow PTBO Rotary, that's my Rotary club. There we go. So I probably want to follow polio. There's a Rotary polio that'll come up as well. There we go, and polio now. So that's great. So we follow 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's going to you're going to need to follow 5 to begin with. Why are you following people? Think of it in 2 ways. You follow people that have content that you'll want to share out to those people that follow you. So if you're an expert on dining, you might want to follow some magazines who have fabulous recipes, who are gurus in dining, so you can retweet their information. So you want to follow those who have fabulous content that you might want to retweet. You also want to follow those who are giants in your community. So if you happen to be a local person doing tourism kind of things in a local area, you want to follow those people that care about events in the area and want to know about local events so that they'll retweet your information. So find giants who have a whole bunch of followers who are the kind of followers that might take your information and share it. So those are 2 types of followers that you'll want. I'll probably do End Polio Now, UNICEF. So I've got a number of different groups going on here. So now, great, we've built people we want to follow, see who's there. Let's see. You need to follow 5 more. They do this to you all the time. You got to keep on following until it tells you don't need 5 more. So I'm going to say top, the National, Globe and Mail, alerts, 1 more. Toronto Star. Okay, next. Now finally, at this point, it says find people you may know. You can bring in your contacts, but I like to skip this part and go here. So you just say skip. Notice that down here, that's critical. Now you're finally building your Twitter account. You're building what it looks like. So we can add an image. This is the image that shows up next to all of your tweets. This is critical. So if you don't have a great logo, call my TrentWorks.com team. They'll be glad to create a logo for you. Or put your logo here. Your logo needs to be square, otherwise it cuts it off. It needs to be something that shrinks well. So we created a logo for TrentWorks.com. We created a logo for Rotary Wheels for Learning just the other day. So let's upload that logo. So I'm going to go to, just downloaded it onto my drive, and I think it was called, let's see. So I downloaded it on my laptop, and it's right, well, you can't see it, it's way over here. So this is, I'll bring this one up, and you click on that, click open, and it'll bring the image right here. And then you want to say something intelligent. This is only 160 characters, and you want to say something. This is your tagline. This is what gets people to understand what you do. So I normally suggest whatever you happen to have on Facebook right here as your about is probably what you want to also put on Twitter. Let's see if it fits. That fits perfectly. Wonderful. So we're going to say done. So let's see if it grabs it all for me. So now this is what it looks like. These are everyone that I'm following. I decided who to follow. So when you first go to Twitter, it's going to show you your home. It's showing me that I'm following 12 people, and this is what they've been tweeting about. But I'm not done yet. I want to still continue what I look like. So I uploaded that photo. It often doesn't take right away. So let me show you what you do if it doesn't take right away. There's a couple different things we can do. We can click here to add the avatar, but I prefer to have you click up here on this little down arrow. I want you to click on settings. When you click on settings, what comes up is all of this information. So this is your username. Again, that's important. What you're going to put on the bottom of your business cards is twitter.com/ whatever you chose as your username. Or you can put the little bird sign with your username after it. Again, the username is what we commonly refer to as your handle. So people, if I was going to say something from my Twitter account about Wheels for Learning, I'd say @Wheels for Learning. People click on it, takes them back to their account. You want to check your time zone, because I find often they put you in the wrong time zone. But we're Eastern time zone, so that's fine. Canada, that's great. Do not inform me. I usually don't click these guys, and so that's okay. If I wanted to deactivate my account, this is where I would go, is under Settings, to Account, and I would scroll down to deactivate it. Security and privacy, where I want to take us now is to Profile. Now click on Profile. This is where I want to upload the photo. And again, this is the this would be the icon, the logo that's going to show up. That is going to identify you as a company. You want to choose one and don't change it. Is it you as a human that's talking? So is it your face that's up there, or is it your logo? In this case, it's a logo. So we're going to click on this, and we're going to, you can size it, but I think the size is perfect. This is, again, a logo for Wheels for Learning. Our TrentWorks.com team created it for them. They used the Rotary logo in the front. We went to Rotary International. We got the colors and the standards, and then we wanted it to signify that it was from Canada, and that it was Wheels for Learning. So we love the logo. They love the logo, so we were thrilled. So we can put the logo right there. So that will show up next to all their tweets. It shrinks nicely, so that's perfect. So we put that there. Wheels for Learning, we know where that is. The website, this is where we can go in and put their website. In this case, they happen to have a blog. So I'm going to go up and get the blog URL and put that right here. And location, I'm not sure if we should put location because they're doing work globally. I'm going to leave that as it is. And as you can see, the little blurb that we have as our little, it's not just an elevator pitch because it's only 160 characters. So it's just a little sentence defining who we are, goes right here. So those are the critical elements. Then there's something, let me just save this and show you what it looks like so far. So we've got the logo. So if I click on me, that shows you what you look like. So I've got the logo going on. I haven't tweeted yet. I've got Wheels for Learning is what we're called. Rotary Wheels for Learning provides bicycles for rural children in developing countries, enabling them to go to school and get to school. So it's really cool. Click on this, takes you back to their website. So that's critical. So you can actually put what's called a cover here, and you can also put a background. So let me show you how to do that. Again, you go here to the little widget at the top, go to Settings, and where were we before? We were on Profile. So under Profile, I can go here and find a setting, find a background. So let's see, there's this background that I've brought up that was from their some of the images of some of the trips that they've taken to Cambodia. So let's see if I can find one here. I think that would make a great background. So it happened to have the number, let's see if I can find it. There it is. So I think I'm going to put this one back there. A lot of the team that works, oh, that's beautiful. That's absolutely great. So I think that'll work nice. Again, I can make this bigger. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger there. That's fine. So I'm going to apply that. So that's going to be their cover, as you're going to see in a moment. So it takes a second. And I'm going to save changes again. Just on a little aside, this connect to Facebook. Post your tweets to a profile or a page. I don't recommend that. I recommend you go from Facebook to Twitter. If you're going to connect the two, even going from Twitter to Facebook is bad form because Twitter language is very different and it suppresses the images. Facebook is driven by images. If you send a tweet from Twitter to Facebook, it'll suppress the images. I suggest you should have your tweets created for Facebook. Sorry, your posts created for Facebook and your tweets created for Twitter. It's different language, and that's a whole other conversation. So I do not suggest you click on Connect. Well, let's see what it looks like so far. Click on me. There you go. It's looking quite nice. Sweet. So how about the background now? Let me just show you how you change the background. There's this blue kind of cloud thing that goes on. So again, click on the little widget here, click on settings, and I'm going to now go to design. So that's where we want to go next. Under design, you can use any of theirs. You can just change to a solid black background of any color you want, which is really cool. But let's choose, I'm going to remove what we currently have there, and I'm going to choose an image. So let's see, I've got an image here that I like that again was from their current activity. It happens to be a number of children in school. So I'm going to put that as their background. Now if you tile it, what it does is it repeats the background. I think this background will look great. And then you can also change the color. I like a dark color, so I'm going to try a dark color. And then the links, I like my links to be blue. And let's just see what happens. I'm going to save that. You can see it doesn't even show the photo showing up. Sometimes you got to do it 2 or 3 times. Oh my God, that's beautiful. Oh my God, that's gorgeous. You can see the kids at school. Oh my goodness, I'm going to cry. Okay, I'm just a big wimp when it comes to this. So this is so I think that's great. You've got the kids back there in school, and you've got the oh, that's just beautiful. Sorry, kind of liking this. So now that's how you set it up. And so if you wanted to tweet something, we can either go to all those people that we're following. So I go home, I see what have people posted recently. What have they tweeted recently? Let's see, there's some Toronto Star stuff. There's some of this stuff. Let's see, there's some Globe and Mail stuff. Oh my goodness, there's a ton of information. So if any of this was something that I thought people that cared about children and children learning, if I thought any of these articles that I'm seeing here would reinforce what I stand for here, I would take it and I would click on retweet and I would send it out. However, I'm not seeing anything there quickly because I'm just looking quickly. But what I will do is I'm going to go to our blog, and here's a blog that we wrote back in that the Wheels for Learning people wrote. Support our third bike destination trip to Cambodia set for January 2014. Big hurrah to Rotary Club, and so cool. So I'm going to take this, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this and make that into my post. I'm going to copy that, and I'm going to make it into my post. So how do you think we do that? So again, this is home. I'm seeing everyone I'm following. This is me. I'm seeing what my Twitter page looks like. How do you post? You go way over here where it clicks on the little plume. You click on that. That creates a post. So I'm going to paste what I just wrote. Support our third bicycle distribution trips to Cambodia set for this date. And then I'm going to also put a link to this blog. So I click on the title of the blog, and I'm going to grab the URL. You can't see it, it's up above, but all I did was I highlighted the URL to that blog, and I Control V, I paste it here. So that's all there is to it. I could add a photo if I wanted to, but I'm not going to. I just want to add that link just to show you what it looks like. So I'm going to say tweet. So that becomes my first tweet. Pretty cool, eh? So supporter. So now I click on this, and it takes you people back to that here. So so that's really cool. Now say I want to mention somebody. Remember I was sharing with you there's all these different groups that work hand in hand with you. They're partners in business that may want to take your information and share it. So just because you post something, there's so much noise out there, they won't really hear it unless you mention them. So I'll show you how you mention them. So again, we go to post something, and who do I want to mention? I think I'll mention Rotary International, and I'll say introducing our new Twitter, should I say account? Please retweet and follow us to Cambodia. Let's spell it right. Cambodia. I'm going to say helping kids get to class, to school. Now I'm going to mention, so how do I mention someone? I do the @ and I do Rotary, because in this case I want to mention Rotary International, and it comes up. So Rotary International, I'd like to mention them. So now they might see it and they might share it out to their followers. I'm also going to mention PTBO Rotary, because I know a person there, me, who will look at this, and I will send it out, and I'll show you how in a second. So introducing our new Twitter account, please retweet and follow us to Cambodia, helping kids get to school. So I'm going to tweet that. So now there's my second tweet. So you can see I'm building my tweets now, my information going out. So again, you take a step back, you think, where will I get my information from? And in this case, because they have this great blog, we'll be getting information from their blog when they're in Cambodia and building up to Cambodia. And we'll be putting it out through Twitter. I'm also going to be following for them Rotary International, so when they're talking about anything to do with educating children, I'll be pushing that out as well. And so this is how you create your Twitter page. So if I wanted to see if anyone's mentioned me so far, I would click on Connect, and that would tell me if anyone's mentioned me, favorited me, new followers. But of course, because I just signed on, I don't have any. But that's where I would find them. So if I went to, for example, if I went to sign out here, and I went to log in as, sign in as PTBO Rotary, and log in here, phew, I wasn't sure if that was a password. So this is the one for PTBO Rotary. And so if I click on Connect here, which shows me anyone that's mentioned me, what happens here is, let's see, there's myself mentioning them. And, let me see, where did it go? Wheels for Learning, they just followed me, PTBO Rotary. Go to full profile so I can see what they look like. PTBO Rotary. I should have seen that in my Connect. Things do take a while. That is bizarre. You will find that things aren't instant, which is kind of bizarre. So I see in my interconnections, I've logged on as PTBO Rotary, who's followed me recently. I can see who's mentioned me. So I mentioned them last night at an amazing awards banquet that we were at. So I mentioned PTBO Rotary, so you can see who's mentioned you. If you don't mention someone, often they won't even know that you've mentioned them. So I'm going to go back to here, and I'm going to, as PTBO Rotary, I'm going to look at the twitter.com/Wheels for Learning. I'm going to follow them so that at least they get a follower, and I'm going to retweet. So, so when I retweet, I'm going to click that on that, and it's going to go to retweet. I prefer, just for a last little tidbit, retweeting from my, I prefer retweeting from my phone. It has a better app than the Twitter app, and I'll show you what I mean. And I click on the retweet. What they do, what they give you the option to do, is to actually quote retweet. So you can actually add your own words instead of just retweet. And I love that. So when you click on the exact same process that we did here, where you went to connect, you saw who's talked about you, you click on retweet, it lets you quote retweet. So meta tweet, share a tweet, I don't know why they don't let you quote retweet from the Twitter app. It's fantastic. But instead of just clicking on retweet, you can actually quote retweet. So if I click on retweet, this will go out, and it'll end up showing up on the Rotary introducing our new Twitter account. Please retweet and follow us, Cambodia Helping Kids Get to School. So I retweeted that. But if I was to do it from my phone, I could have said in front of here, please follow, or great new group, or I could have given them just another action, which is good to do from my own words. So that's generally how you set it up. So again, this is where the magic happens. Click on the down arrow, click on settings, and we go here. We can click on the profile for your to change your photo and your header. Click on design to change the background to a picture or a solid background. And here we go. So that's Twitter 101, sharing with you how to set up your Twitter account. Thank you.